Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Edmonton. My name is Maria Ouderkirk. My pronouns are she and her, and I will be your service leader for this morning. I will be joined by our minister, Reverend Rosemary Morrison. We do hope you feel welcome here. The Unitarian Church of Edmonton is a liberal, religious, multi-generational community, this week more than usual. We celebrate a rich mosaic of free-thinking, spiritual questing individuals joined in common support and action. We welcome diversity, pursue the common good, and work for justice. We believe in the compassion of the individual heart, the warmth of community, and the search for meaning in our lives. I'm going to ask Gordon to come and give an announcement, and then I know Rosemary also has some.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gordon Ritchie. There are many people that offer their amazing time and talents to our community, and I would just like to acknowledge two particular individuals this morning. One would be Yvonne Miro. We have our hangings that are behind me that are changed throughout the year. Well, somebody had to be responsible for putting them together, and one of those people is Yvonne, who had put out a lot of time sewing and cutting and ironing and pinning to create these hangings. The ones that are up at the moment for the Christmas season have actually been put together by Will Adair. And so we acknowledge them and thank them for their gifts of time and their talents that help to beautify our sanctuary. And also I would like to acknowledge Helen, who's a friend of Yvonne's, who's created the beautiful hanging that we have at the back of the sanctuary. Thank you all.
Absolutely, there's so much time goes into these hangings. So it's wonderful that they are acknowledged. And they are so beautiful, and they make our sanctuary look wonderful. So thanks to... Oh, my name's Rosemary, in case I... Hi. Hello. My name is Reverend Rosemary Morrison, she, her pronouns, and it is my pleasure and honor to serve this congregation, the Unitarian Church of Edmonton. I have two announcements, and one of them involves audience participation, as it did last Sunday. If you were here, you will know that there is an audience participation portion of this announcement. In the newsletter, it says that Blue Christmas is on Tuesday, December 17th. Well, that is not true. Blue Christmas is on December 18th, which is a Wednesday. Okay, so here comes your part. You're going to repeat after me. Blue Christmas is on December 18th. And it's a Wednesday. Perfect, you've got it. We've put out an announcement, a special announcement to the entire congregation, so hope our members and friends. So hopefully we catch most of you. I'll also be here on Tuesday evening, but not in a church-related event. So if anyone shows up for Blue Christmas, I'll suggest that they come by the following evening. My second announcement, I had a call from Corrine Jackson, a member of our community, our church, and she is in Grey Nuns Hospital. She's suffered a brain bleed, and so she wanted you to know, and she asked me to let you know from the pulpit this morning. She is not accepting visitors at this time, but I will let you know when that might be appropriate to visit. But she would love some cards, and you can forward them to the office, and we'll make sure that her husband, Jeff, gets them. And there are also other folks that would like some cards or greetings or visits, and I have noted them in the book. Just outside the doors, there's a pillar, and there's a book, and I have updated that. I updated that on Friday, and so there's folks like Jean Lomo, who is in the Edmonton General. She would love visits. Her room and number is in the book, and others are in the book as well. So if you're in the card writing mood, jot a few words down. You can bring it into the office, and we'll make sure that they get to them. Thank you.
All right. We gather with gratitude this morning on Treaty 6 land. A treaty is an inheritance, a responsibility, and a relationship. May we be good neighbors to one another, good stewards to our planet, and good ancestors to all our children. And so, as we begin this special hour together, I invite you to quiet your devices and yourselves so that we can all enjoy the service further. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love and service to the altar of humanity. May we know once again that we are not isolated beings, but are connected in mystery and miracle to the universe, to this community, and to each other. And now, we will begin with a time of contemplation and music with this prelude by our wonderful Gordon Ritchie. Pardon me. Thank you, Gordon. And now I am going to invite my husband, Clinton Ouderkirk, to light our chalice. Now, there's candles everywhere right now, so we're going to be real clear here. The chalice is the one on the step in the middle of the wreath, so we'll start there. And our chalice lighting this morning is Opening to the Light by Sarah Ruth Wekoye, I should have checked this, Wekoye Davis. We light this chalice with an open heart. We light this chalice with resolve. We light this chalice with tears still fresh on our cheeks. We light this chalice in hope, a tiny flame we nurture. We light this chalice with reverence for this place, for these people, for this time. We light this chalice with all our souls longing to be who we are, to be who we will become, to be ourselves. We light this chalice in self-love, in giving love, in holy love. And I notice that none of the songs we are singing this morning have numbers because they are not necessarily hymnal songs. So, if you would please rise as you are willing and able and join us in singing Jingle Bells. Edmonton is learning that there are hazards to having a spouse who likes to lead services at the church, so I'm going to make him work again. Over on this side, we have our Advent wreath, and we are on, I believe it's the third week of Advent, so there are 3 candles to be lit there. And then, this is an all-together thing, isn't it? Yes, it is.
First you read and then
Okay. Together we say, "We forget to sing until we hear birds sing in the morning. Even in the middle of winter, they have melodies. There are miracles in the sunny days of winter and joy in the possibility of transformation."
Thank you. Our congregation is completely self-governing and self-supporting. One of the privileges of our free church is to provide all the financial support for our many ministries from among ourselves. Generosity, therefore, is a spiritual value that we recognize and hold dear and is central to our personal and institutional well-being. In addition to supporting this church community, we also make a monthly contribution beyond our walls. 1/2 of the unidentified cash that is received is given to an outside organization. Some are local, some national, some international. This month, it's right in-house. So 1/2 of the contributions this month is actually going to UCE's Ministers' Discretionary Fund. I use that fund. I get requests for people that are in crisis. Perhaps they don't have money to buy food, or they're about to get evicted, and I can help. There is never enough in that fund for me to be able to say, pay somebody's rent for a year or something. But I can help a little bit with your generosity. So 1/2 of the contributions for the services, the Sunday services, are coming into the Minister's Discretionary Fund. I get about 6 requests yearly for assistance. And then all of the Christmas Eve donation will be coming into the Minister's Discretionary Fund. So please give generously. This is a way, a really important way that the congregation takes money that they have earned and it goes directly to serve the community around us that have reached out to us for help. I think it's a beautiful ministry that we have here. And as a special treat, as the collection is being offered, Maria is going to sing O Holy Night with Gordon accompanying. Please go ahead.
O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices. Christ was born. O night divine, O night, O night divine. Surely he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, ever, ever praise we his power and glory, evermore proclaim his power and glory, evermore proclaim.
Please join us in singing. What are we singing now? From you I receive. Thank you for your generosity and your contributions, both in time, all in time, talent, and treasure. And thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. The reading, I love this reading. I think we read it every Mitten tree. I loved it the last year when I think Ren read it the last two years, and I'm relegated to reading it this year. Why the Evergreen Trees Never Lose Their Leaves by Florence Holbrook. I was reading up on the author a little bit, and she writes all these wonderful inspirational stories around nature and animals and forests, and they're lovely. They're children's stories to offer inspiration. Winter was coming, and the birds had flown far to the south, there where the air was warm and they could find berries to eat. One little bird had broken its wing and could not fly with the others. It was alone in the cold world of frost and snow. The forest looked warm, and it made its way to the trees as well as it could to ask for help. First it came to a birch tree. "Beautiful birch tree," it said. "My wing is broken and my friends have flown away. May I live among your branches till they come back to me?" "No, indeed," answered the birch tree, drawing her fair leaves away. "We of the great forest have our own birds to help. I can do nothing for you." "Well, I guess the birch is not very strong," the little bird said to herself. And it might be that she just couldn't hold me very easily. I'll go ask the oak." So the bird said, "Great oak tree, You are so strong. Will you not let me live in your boughs till my friends come back in the springtime?" "In the springtime?" cried the oak. "That's a long way off. How do I know what you might do in all that time? Birds are always looking for something to eat, and you might even eat up some of my acorns." "It may be that the willow will be kind to me," thought the little bird, and it said, "Gentle willow, my wing is broken, and I could not fly south with the other birds. May I live in your branches this springtime?" The willow did not look gentle then, for she drew herself up proudly and said, "Indeed, I do not know you, and we willows never talk to people we do not know." Or birds, apparently. "Very likely there are trees somewhere that will take in strange birds. Leave me alone." The poor little bird did not know what to do. Its wing was not yet strong, but it began to fly away as well as it could. Before it had gone too far, a voice was heard. "Little bird," it said, "where are you going?" "I don't know," answered the little bird sadly. "I am very cold." "Come right here," said the friendly spruce tree, for it was her voice that had called. "You shall live on my warmest branch all winter long if you choose." "Will you really let me?" asked the little bird eagerly. "Indeed I will," answered the kind-hearted spruce tree. "If your friends have flown away, it is time for the trees to help you. Here is the branch where my leaves are the thickest and the softest." "My branches are not very thick," said the friendly pine tree, "but I am big and strong, and I can keep the north wind from you and the spruce." "I can help too," said the little juniper tree. "I can give you berries all winter long, and every bird knows that juniper berries are good." So the spruce gave the lonely little bird a home, the pine kept the cold north wind away from it, and the juniper gave it berries to eat. The other trees looked on and talked together very wisely. "I would never have strange birds in my boughs," said the birch. "I shall not give my acorns away, not even one," said the oak. "I never have anything to do with strangers," said the willow, and the three trees drew their leaves closely about them. In the morning, guess what happened? All those shiny green leaves lay on the ground, for a cold north wind had come in the night, and every leaf that it touched fell from the tree. "May I touch every tree in the forest?" asked the wind in its frolic. "No," said the Frost King. "The trees that have been kind to the little bird with the broken wing may keep their leaves. This is why the leaves of the spruce, the pine, and the juniper are always green." Isn't it a great story? It's a great story. All right, and I'm going to read it next year too, just so you know. All right, let's sing another song, Winter Wonderland. And there might be a theme with the song. See if you can figure it out. First we had Jingle Bells, and now we have Winter Wonderland. And what is the first word of the song? Sleigh bells.
Walking in winter land, on the way, here's
While Reverend Rosemary and I were planning this service, she asked, as she always does, would you like to do a service leader reflection? And I said, yeah, I can do that. She said, only if you want to. Most of you know me. Give me a chance to talk and give my opinion on things, and I am all in. So here we are. Once, many years ago, a dear friend and I made the drive up to Grand Prairie to see a mutual friend perform in a community theater production there. Now, as you might imagine, on that long drive, the conversation ranged pretty wildly. But at one point, we found ourselves talking about religion. Now, I was already a member of the church by then, and I've always been a bit of a mythology junkie. So I was telling her all about many of the similarities between the world's major religions. The conclusion that we eventually came to was that the basis of every major religion of the world is, here is how you be a decent human. Everything else is interpretation. Now, obviously, this is only true in the broadest of strokes, but it bears thinking about. At this time of year, the biggest commonality seems to me to be the fact that around the longest night of the year, when this part of the world is at its coldest and darkest, we could really use a party to remind ourselves that everything is not, in fact, awful. Close behind that is the acknowledgement that abundance should be shared. And when we are doing well, it is right and good to help those whose needs are not being met. This is a thing year-round, of course, but it comes into sharp focus at this time of year, in part because of the excesses that are sometimes part of our seasonal celebrations. In our case, that means that once a year we come to church armed with warm cozies for the Mitten tree, and very soon chaos will ensue. Because who says that our expressions of generosity cannot also be excessive and celebratory? Now, I've long thought of the Mitten Tree service as mine. Many times over the years, the youth group has been part of planning and delivering this service, and even recently, the same has been true of several of our young adults, or the youth group emeriti, as I like to think of them. And really, what teenager wouldn't relish the opportunity to use the word yeet on the pulpit? For those of you who are unsure what yeet means, think of it this way. The Lord yeeteth, and the Lord yoinketh away. Which I think might be the best analogy for our particular method of giving this morning. And that is what I have to say about that. So we are going into another song. You are going to notice the theme that has been recurring this morning. I cannot even think about this song without cracking up, because I have a group of very dear friends from my university choir who do a Christmas show every year. And they have their own version of the swear jar on stage with them. It is called the Silver Bells jar. And every time someone gratuitously inserts the word silver bells into another song, money is placed in the jar, which eventually goes to whatever charity the show is benefiting that year. So that's where I'm at right now. So please, rise in body and spirit and join in the singing of Silver Bells.
Free.
So that song reminds me of when I was a little girl living in Melfort, Saskatchewan. And my mom and I, and it's like got 4,800 people in it, and it's no paved roads when I lived there. No pavement yet. And my mom and I would board the train in Melfort and take the train to Saskatoon. And Eaton's had a revolving door in downtown Saskatoon, and I thought that was something else. And there were bells. And so this song reminds me of shopping downtown Saskatoon with my mom when I was very little, and it gives me all the feels. So thank you for singing it with me. And now we have come to the beautiful place in our service and in our year where we light the baby candle. This beloved and beautiful holiday tradition has found its way back into the Mitten tree service after having wandered away a little bit during COVID, and I didn't know that it was supposed to be here. So I got told, believe me. This tradition celebrates new life that has emerged over the past year, or maybe years. This ritual is important to UCE. This candle is important to UCE. The wax dripped upon this candle represents a life dear to a UCE member or friend. We are reminded that new life is a gift to all of us. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are, to quote Barnwell. We relish and love these new lives. There are probably those among us who are parents, grandparents, friends, or loved ones that have dripped candle wax onto this candle to celebrate and love them into being. At this time of waiting for the light to return, I will go down there and light. The candle is lit, and this candle represents the gift of new life in our lives. So I'm going to ask those of you that may have had a new life appear in your lives this year, and I think we have some special guests this morning, and especially the new little life is here. Wee Ned, please come on forward. Wonderful. Wonderful. So the way this works, if you want to face the camera, I'll come down. And I'll hand you a paper and maybe say your name and the child's name and a little bit about yourselves, and come and light the candle and then drip. Oh, let's light this one too. Yeah, get that one going. Awesome. Okay. Just blow it out for now. Yeah, that's a good idea. Every year it's kind of a new situation, so thanks. Please say your name.
So my name's Erin. This is my husband, Chet, behind me. And this is our little guy, Edmund, or Ned. He came into the world on October 2nd at 12:04 a.m. And we all feel very lucky to have him.
So Erin's going to drip some of the candle wax onto that candle, representing, is it okay to call him Wee Ned? Yeah. Representing Wee Ned. So Ned's life is added to the candle. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Marilyn, would you like to? There's so many. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I'm Marilyn Gay, and I want to introduce my newest great-grandchild, Paisley Gibbs, and she's my granddaughter and her husband's child, and she was born November 26th, so she's brand new, and I just got to hold her in my arms last week. It was wonderful. So, welcome to Paisley.
Thank you.
I think.
You pay extra for non-drip candles.
This is a new version of the baby candle, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll get another one going. Oh, I'll get out of your way.
Hi, my name's Carol, and my son Andrew and his partner Liz had a beautiful baby boy named Atlas Orion. He was born February 25th, and he is just the light of our lives.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Blaze and Linda CK. We are welcoming our first grandson. I had a couple of granddaughters, but you know, the grandson was important. He was born on June the 11th. He's in Vancouver. I tried to get him to fly out, but he was still a little too young. And he is Laszlo William Seke Johns.
Nice.
And we are going out there to celebrate Christmas in another week. And that will be his first Christmas, and it'll be for everybody.
Put the wax onto the. Oh yeah, onto. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm at the bottom. I can't roll back.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which. I thought I saw it going onto the tea light, which we're not going to keep. So, wanted to make sure the wax. Okay. I had a bad angle.
So this is Parker. She's the second granddaughter for Blaze and Linda. And my parents hadn't added her to the candle yet because they were waiting for me to be able to come and add her. I'm at the bottom of the candle, so so it's nice to be able to add her into the candle officially. She was born in 2022, and so she's 2.5 now, and she's got all sorts of insights, as you've been hearing.
Yeah, you can.
My name is Jeff Bizans. My grandson Dante was born in Mexico City on July 11th. I was able to be with the family then and able to see him the next day on July 12th, and hope to see him again in the new year.
You'll need to use this one. It is pretty hard to get some wax out of it, isn't it? All right. Thank you. Go ahead.
My name is Zelenia. My
Please speak up.
sister had her niece last year, but I was not coming to the church, so we'll add her this year.
Can you start over and just speak a little louder?
Little
We
louder?
really,
Okay.
yeah, hard to hear you.
My name is Zelenia. My sister had her niece born last year, but I was not coming to the church, so we're adding her this year.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, Zelenia. And we have more special, wonderful music. I'm going to get up on the podium so that you can see me. I'd like to invite Aaron up to the microphone. Aaron is going to sing a song that Audrey Brooks wrote the text for, Gordon wrote the music for, and it is called Welcome Song for Bumpkin. It would have been good to write that down. Thank you. Gordon Ritchie, Audrey Brooks, world premiere. Yeah, can we get the chancel lights off so that we can see the picture a little better? Thank you.
Welcome home, little one. Welcome home, little child. We love you like the morning loves the sun. We love you like the morning loves the sun. In the womb you heard our voices, listened and grew, listened, grew, and waited. Welcome home, little one. Welcome home, little child. We love you like the morning loves the sun. We love you like the morning loves the sun. Then on your birthing day, when you entered into our world, with a startled cry of victory, a new bright star graced the indigo sky. Welcome home, little one. Welcome home, little child. We love you like the morning loves the sun. We love you like the morning loves the sun. We love you like the morning loves the sun. Oh. Whew. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for writing such a beautiful song. Thank you for bringing little bumpkin into the world. Thank you for having such an amazing voice and bringing it to life. Okay. I'm okay. Not about me. Okay, now to the fun part of the service. Let's get on with it. No. Candles. Oh. I don't know if we got time for candles. There's always time for candles. There's 2 stations. Please make use of them. But you can have 2. We can have 2 people or more lighting them. I'm sorry, I forgot the candles. I got a little verklempt. You may have noticed.
Sometimes my brain doesn't work super well when I'm like that. It is our custom on Sunday mornings to light candles of joy and concern. We have things in our hearts we need to share. We have tears we need to shed. We have laughter we need to let go and be heard amongst us. These candles are a representation of the fact that we are human, living in a human body, complete with all of the emotions. I invite you now to light a candle of joy or concern. The tables are open. Maria is lighting a candle for all the unspoken, unheralded, unfelt yet joys and concerns that we hold in our hearts. Thank you, everyone. Such a beautiful tradition. Thank you. Throughout the month of December, our services have been centered around the idea of presence. Chalice brought us some Dickens the first week of this month, the first Sunday of the month. The lessons he learned brought him into focus, into presence. He learned there was so much more to life than simply being a grumpy, gruff businessman. He was shown what was really important: generosity, friends, and family. And just a little plug for next week, I'll be talking a little more about Dickens, along with other Unitarians that created some of the holiday Christmas traditions that many of us hold dear. It's called How the Unitarians Saved Christmas. And it's actually true. It's interesting, a little interesting bit of history. These traditions are steeped in kindness, compassion, giving, and love. It is activities like the one we are about to embark on that help us understand the spirit of giving. With our Mitten tree service ritual, we have made it fun for all. However, the real reason we have brought gifts to this tree is because we wish to be kind, compassionate, giving, and loving. That is in our very nature. We wish to share what we have, our abundance, with those that are in need and maybe suffering. It is the spirit of giving that we see, in such outpouring this time of the year. The act of gift giving is often one of thinking about someone and wondering what that person might like for a gift. We have to put ourselves in their shoes, so to speak, to be able to give a thoughtful gift. I don't know about you, but I find that this activity elicits in me a warm feeling towards that person or that organization or the tree. We don't know who our gifts will be reaching. We only know that we are gifting someone that might have cold feet and hands, and we want to make them slightly more comfortable. There is beauty in that, isn't there? You have brought your gifts to the Mitten tree. Are you ready to festoon the trees with them? Isn't that a great word? Festoon. Yes, we are going to festoon the tree. It means adorn. The tree awaits your attention and your laughter. Are you ready? Go! Let us then adorn this tree with your kindness. Okay. Very good, Astral. Astral, you're doing a great job. Sign that kid up for baseball. Yeah. Excellent. Good choice. Friends, you have done a good thing. Our mitten tree is properly festooned, and the folks that will receive these gifts will be warmer and think kindly thoughts about whoever it is that found that got them to them. Let us together think about what this means to some people that don't have warm mittens or need mittens or scarves for their kids. Let's just send out a general blessing to all who might be using these things over this coming winter. Can we just think about that for a second and bless them all? Together, we bless those in need, those that need our warmth, both from our hearts and from our gifts. Amen. And now we sing the important closing song, O Mitten Tree, O Mitten Tree, with the wonderful words that, where did they come from, Maria?
I've always assumed it was Brian, but I'm not positive.
It might be from Reverend Brian. Okay. Please rise in body or in spirit and sing with us our closing hymn, O Mitten Tree.
Once again, I'm going to ask Clinton to come forward and extinguish our chalice. I realized there wasn't a snuffer there, so I ran and got one while we were throwing things at the tree. And our words for extinguishing the flame, The Moment of Magic by Reverend Victoria Safford. Now is the moment of magic. And here's a blessing. We already possess all the gifts we need. We've already received our presents. Ears to hear music, eyes to behold lights, hands to build true peace on earth, and to hold each other tight in love. And then I'm going to make you stand one last time because we need to link up and create our wonderful church blob for Carry the Flame. It's not a circle. Church blob. There you go.